Yeah guys, the next topic, overriding methods. Overriding methods in a class. For every class you create, there will be three overriding methods will be available. So this we need to understand. This you should be able to customize that one also. Let me show you that. So suppose here you have a particular student method example. Okay, so student class, we have id, we have name, we have age and city properties. So now let's do one thing. Let's create an object student. Some s1 is equal to new student of, so where you can pass the values. So id equal to some 101, so age equal to some 25, some city equal to from Delhi, so and name is equal to some state, something like this. There is a class example. So without modifying anything, s1 dot, there is a predefined method is called toString. So whenever I execute this one, you can see by default it won't print anything, it will print the name of that particular class. So you can customize this particular toString method. How to customize this one means, so whenever you write public, if you write override, immediately you will see three methods. So you can use toString get hash code equals method. So first let us see toString method. So whenever you are trying to print dot toString, what it need to print on the screen, that you can customize it here. So here I am trying to print in this format. So first id need to be printed and by a hyphen, and name to be printed by a hyphen, age to be printed by a hyphen, city to be printed. In anything, any order you can take. I am taking this example. So now you can see this. So whenever you print in string format, toString format, you can get the values respectively however you are expecting. So this is what called overriding of toString method. Next one, so public override, then we have equals method guys, equals method. So in this equals method you will get one object as an input. So by comparing some fields from the object, you can decide whether these two are equal or not. So here first you can do one thing. What is the current class name? Student. Let's take some ss is equal to, so this obj. So direct conversion is not possible, that is the reason you will convert this explicitly. Now the input whatever you are receiving, that will be get converted in student format. Here you can write a logic, if ss dot name equal to with the current class name, and ss dot age equal to with the current class age. So I am comparing only two fields, I am not comparing id, I am not comparing city. If the name and id of both are matching, then I am returning it as true. That means I am telling these two are equal. If not, I am returning it as false. That means these two are not equal. So I am customizing my equals method. So now this can be compared like this. This is student 1. So suppose this is S2. So here we have 102. So he is from Chennai example. So again we are trying to print, this is also on the screen, S2 dot toString. Here my logic is, I just want to compare this S1 and S2. I just want to check equal or not. So what is the logic I wrote? If this age and name are same for two objects, then I can confirm these two are equal. So if S1 dot equals of S2, so this S2 is nothing but here the object. So when these two are equal, then we can print equal, else not equal. That's it. So now you can see in the result. So since the name and age are same, it is saying equal. So let's modify the age now and check, it is going to return false. It will tell you not equal. So this is how you can customize equals method and as well as toString method. Now let's go with the third one, public override and get hash code. So get hash code is nothing but just now we seen in the dictionaries. So where one unique value is getting generated, correct? So this is going to show you a unique number for every object and for every variable also. So I'm just modify if it require, otherwise you can leave it this. So whenever you are trying to print the hash code, so it will print like this, s1 dot get hash code. So based on the hash code, it will decide the objects are same or not. So s2 dot get hash code. Always no two object hash code will be mapped. It is not same. So you can see. So this is the hash code they have after multiplication. If you don't want to modify, let's keep the original one. So hash code is nothing but it is a unique number generated by the system for every object. You can see this. So majorly focus upon these two things, guys. So customizing toString method. So customizing equals method. These are the overriding methods available in C#. These will be there for every class whichever you will create. So I hope it is clear. Thank you so much.